challenger. The upper right-hand side from Ukraine, living in the Belarus. The best chances to dethrone the Emperor has Foggy. And the bottom left-hand side, the man who wins every single European competition, this last one as well, he's happy. Doesn't get much better than this, Remo. It doesn't get better.
Oh, it feels good to be back. It's been a few months since our fall season. This was our final as well, and it was one of the craziest finals, best of 5 that I've ever seen. 3 hours is how long it took, and was absolutely epic. It's, again, the special tingle, the special atmosphere in the air when these two meet, especially now on the biggest stage. Foggy has kind of been preparing for this for 2 months. Sure, there were some opponents in his way to get here before he was to meet the final boss Happy, but honestly, all of them fell pretty clearly. I don't want to say easily, but very convincingly to Foggy. And now, his final challenge. His biggest challenge. We start off on Concealed, a map where Foggy in the past used to be able to claim quite a few map wins.
For sure, and these were the epic battles with the 100 versus 100 supply, including pretty much everything that these races have to offer. Fairy dragons, of course, dryads and bears, chimeras on the other side, abomination, disease cloud, meat wagons, sometimes also banshees. And yeah, this could also be a little different, as Happy has adopted a more aggressive style since then. And Foggy, speaking of aggression, is rushing over right away. Maybe even a little too early. Happy isn't even finished with the creep spot here. Sharking around, finding the skeleton, and that's level 2.
RNGesus so far on the side of the underdog. Claws versus Ring, clearly favoring Foggy. He will certainly be happy to have items on his side. Maybe something he's going to need a bit. Happy sells the ring right away. We'll start the tech. And the early game plan for Happy is fairly simple. Creep as much as you can, but importantly, slow down the Keeper at the same time. You don't want to allow him to get level 3 too easily. And Happy was the one to pioneer and find a new way to do this. DK runs across the map, harasses, and makes life for the Keeper difficult. And the Ghoul solo creep in the meantime with Backpack able to pick up the items, as we see now.
And items are rarely as important as in this matchup between these two. Consumables, of course, you will see that Happy will focus the Night Elf heroes over and over and over again, and you gotta be ready for that. You gotta have your staffs on point, you gotta have the potions on point, and you gotta grab these potions from the shop so your opponent doesn't steal them. Happy first with the tally staff, that's also an important objective. Also, there's 2 chances for rune braces on this map, and if your Demon Hunter gets rune braces, your life just got a whole lot easier.
Yeah, it's going to be the second hero for later, who's also going to be in the front line and exposed to danger. Here we go. Happy finds the first creep jack. 1 creep was taken there by Foggy, but Foggy respects Happy right away, not going to try to take the rest. He doesn't want to lose anything that he doesn't have to. And this is what I was talking about. DK slows down the Keeper. The ghouls keep creeping, but Happy also has to manage his lumber well in the meantime, because he wants to get to tier 3 fast. But look at that, the Foggy is aware of this play. Staff south towards the ghouls, wants to take him up, but the counter staff to try to save the ghoul may go down in the end, but no. So far, no first blood has been spilled.
Foggy has even the Wisp ready for the block. Can he really get it? Not 100%. Trying to cause some more damage here on the ghouls, and that is another coil forced at least. But these early moments, these 5 minutes in game 1 show exactly how prepared both players are to each other. They know their game plan, they know the counter from their opponent, but Foggy surrounded immediately. Was about to say in the counter to the counter, but Foggy has no counter to this round except the town portal, and that's a big exclamation mark for Happy in the early game.
Look also at the experience there by Happy. Most players would have just tried to deny that ghoul, but Happy knows, well, it has 1 more second of tick left, so actually I'm going to survive that with 5 HP. And that's exactly the precision with which Happy operates. Both players kept creeping. Both reached level 3 at the same time. They are evenly matched. Foggy has the expansion coming in a conservative position because he knows Happy might punish it if it's too far forward. Losing the TP is the first painful part for Foggy in this game, but it's still fairly standard here what has happened.
So far, yeah, but it's about every single tiny experience lead, tech lead, timing lead. At least, you know, it's not as bloody as it once was before, where Happy is just storming into the Night Elf base, using 3 calls, getting 3 kills, delays the expansion, the tech, the lores, everything. That's not happening anymore, as Foggy was ready for that. Archers at the fountain, by the way, all fully healed. Might be ready to intercept this DK, who grabbed up the tome, so Twitch chat, rejoice.
We've seen plenty of games by Happy before in this competition, and oftentimes the Lich would enter the field and have like 4 items granted to him and start off really strong into the game. This time, only a single mantle. So the Lich is the late game carry, and so far he doesn't have that much supporting inventory yet.
Needs to creep up the Demon Hunter. Most important thing, level 2 mana burn. Will Happy allow this, or will he be aggressive? He only has the DK and the Lich to work with. And I wonder if that movement is correct. Is he still going to be in time? The Overseer is down already. Ring of Regen.
That's a good one for the Demon. It's going to be all about survivability. More HP, more armor, and also more regeneration going to be welcome on the DH. He's going to be playing without rejuvenation for a long time. Perhaps even the whole game going to be relying mostly on Moonwells and heal pots. And this one helps for a bit more regen. Oh, mana burn on the illusion. That means the DK should be able to get out one more coil, and finally Happy finds the kills. Foggy was able to prevent these kills for a long time, but now some archers are going down.
And Tangle on the Lich, though. Very aggressive play. The coil was on cooldown, the mana was empty. So this is the second TP of the game. This time, Happy forced to go back home. Skeletons are hunting these archers, but Foggy in the top of his game. Running away, Illusion not able to block it. Illusions, of course, don't do damage either. And the Bone Warriors can't get another kill. Dryads are coming, Expo in position, and Foggy recovered from that early smack in the face.
Happy moving out with the ghouls towards the natural. I talked about it earlier. In the past, Happy would almost always counter-expand, but then has been incorporating more aggressive push plays as of late. This may once again be an expansion now, although he didn't bring a sacrificial skull, so perhaps not. Happy still keeping his cards close to the chest.
Did he get this with the skeleton? Oh my god, he just did!
Oh my god, did he really?
I checked it in the menu, brother. This is such a huge XP swing.
Oh my god, that is so ridiculous.
One of the biggest moves of the tournament right here. Foggy's Demon Hunter will probably still get level 3, but this was huge progress for the Lich and the DK.
Unbelievable. Some days Happy just seems like a different kind of human. You know, the next species, the next evolution of humans. Like, nobody else would punish this. But every tiny little mistake, Happy will always punish to the fullest. Unbelievable.
But you know, by
the
now...
unfortunately, still got 3, though.
Yeah, by now, you have to play around it. You have to focus them. I mean, you have abolished magic. Dispel them. They're visible. It's not like you don't see these skeletons. There was a slip up by Foggy, and that hurt him big.
Fortunately, he still got the level 3 on the demon, which is, of course, so important. He's over here invisibly. Stealing the item would be gigantic, but he reveals himself earlier. With the mana burn right away, last hit goes to Happy, level 3 for the Lich. And a big mana potion, that's the perfect find for him.
Of course it is a big mana potion.
Foggy with an unusual move, right? Normally he's playing very defensively, ready to TP home to defend the expo, but here he's looking for the fight early, trying to take out some ghouls right away.
Did that work too well? I guess he didn't steal the big rock golem. He didn't steal the item, but yeah, keep on mentioning this. Take out ghouls early is key. And he did. So the push against the expansion is already a little weaker than Happy would like to have it. So is it Naga or not?
He doesn't have the supply capacity right now to fit her into the 50 supply, but of course 60 supply is available with the Ziggus and could be thrown in. Happy wants to get a bit more creeping done. Having level 4 DK before the first big fight is really amazing. Having that level 2 aura early makes everything easier. With higher move speed, you can micro better, and also a bit of extra HP regen is going to be appreciated. Happy moving forward now. This is certainly the push, and a third hero should be added in any moment.
Scary. Happy also. Switching gears, right? Here's the Naga. Not going for the expansion. He's going straight up for the main. There's a lot of Moonwells. Keepers coming in from the left-hand side. Double heal scroll. Mana burn on the DK. He has nothing left but the big mana potion. Nova on the archers. Lots and lots of Dryads, but weird angle to attack into.
Demon Hunter keeping himself to the side. That's very nicely done. You want to make it hard for that one to get focused. Making use of the Moonwell. So many Dryads, but they can't connect right now. They're getting blocked by their own Ancient of War.
Exactly. Ancient of War can't connect either, really. This little bottleneck is stuck there. Needs a plumber to free that up, and Happy identifying this weak position perfectly.
Yeah, the ranged army for Happy here, very strong already with the 2 ranged heroes and 5 fiends. 5 fiends so early, and the Destroyer, the piercing damage focus is painful. 1 attack upgrade on those fiends, 1/1 on the Dryads. Demon Hunter goes in, and now we have a good surface area for the Dryads. They're flanking in from every side. Who's going to suffer more? The ghouls are still alive. They haven't been taken out yet. The Dryads are suffering heavily. Level 4 on the Lich already. That is so fast.
Oh my, Concealed Hill. This is oftentimes a deciding map here. Happy taking losses as well. Foggy might rebound. No, the Keeper just dead like that. There was an Invo Potion on the Demon Hunter. What a blunder. A heal scroll on the Keeper as well. Could have used that to save his life. But no, there was just nothing. And this is Happy dominance on map 1. Yep, I think you can say goodbye to that Demon Hunter as well. Foggy types GG, and the win goes to Happy.
Strong performance there by Happy. And, you know, we had a very good comparison yesterday when Exo was playing and he was struggling heavily against Foggy. I think Exo was not efficient enough in the early game. Happy, hyper efficient. I think as efficient as you can be. DK creeps the first camp with the ghouls, then researches backpack. The DK gets the telestaff, runs across the map, harasses the Keeper, slows him down, and also the ghouls keep on creeping. So the Keeper is slowed down, and the DK gets level 3. And he gets the creep jack at the expansion. Honestly, good defense by Foggy. He hardly lost anything. I think he may have lost only 1 archer, which is amazing. But Happy lost nothing in the whole early game. Excuse me, 1 ghoul. Okay, he lost 1 ghoul in the early game, but that was all. And he came in with a strong timing, and because he crept so well early, he had these sick hero levels in the first fight. Level 4 DK, level 3 Lich. That's the recipe to success.
That skeleton steal was quite outrageous by Happy. I can't believe he somehow got that. Abolish Magic had just started. I think it was like 30%, so that wasn't there. Yes, you could target the skeletons, but then you're delaying the actual killing of the ogre, which you're really scared that the undead's gonna show up any second and call that as well and steal that experience. So I understand Foggy just kind of taking the gamble. Happy, I don't think he was even trying to land like a perfect last hit. I think he just had 2 or 3 skeletons and he was just clicked on the ogre, just hoping that he would get it. And after that, there was definitely a bit of mismanagement on the items by Foggy, which surprised me because double healing scroll on the demon, on the Keeper, and none of the demon was a problem. In my opinion, the hero that's ranged, so if you open like Archmage or Keeper, that's the hero that should carry the auras if he has space. And the Keeper supposedly had space for that, but now that stayed on the demon, which doesn't make any sense, which is part of the reason why he didn't have the space to give him a scroll of healing. But yeah, Happy attacked in a position where you might think like, it shouldn't be that good, but then Foggy was just kind of like blocking himself with the Ancient of War. He couldn't make it back safely, and somehow he pulls it off perfectly with that fight here.
Okay. Yeah, very impressive showing once again. And, you know, this was what we were talking about earlier. The subtle differences can make such a big difference in the grand scheme of things then in the end. Where Xlord also played well, Happy plays it close to perfect, as he does so often. And in the end, well, did take that game pretty convincingly. I think especially the Dryad positioning was a big issue there. The Ancient of War blocking him. Dryads have shorter range than Fiends. So if both are at max range and there's not enough room to position and units can bug each other out, normally that favors the Fiends. So the Dryads want a big open area, come in from multiple angles, and then throw all their spears, poison damage, stacks, and then try to overwhelm. Perhaps also the armor upgrades a bit too low. Dryads only on 1/1. could have maybe been better, but you know that's looking for the tiniest of mistakes, because not much was done wrong by Foggy for sure.
Yeah, and that's that's the story, right? You can't make this one mistake, and there were one or two too many, especially the positioning. That doesn't really work. But Foggy has good composure. Usually, he can reset his mind. We've seen him turn series around very, very often. So if he's down a map, yeah, of course, it's not the greatest start, as we know that Happy usually only accelerates in this series. But he can bounce back for sure. Concealed Hill was Foggy's map choice though, so it's a little worry if you're a Foggy fan.
Yeah,
Yeah, speaking of map choice, yeah, exactly, right? That's Shallow Grave. Interesting.
Yeah, as his first map possible, like he could have picked. Obviously, he's not gonna pick Echo Isle most likely next, but he could have picked between Tidehunters and Last Refuge. But he went for Shallow Grave first, so I'm guessing that by now he's played it a fair amount on the ladder, and he seems to be quite okay with that map. Every map is very different from one another. Sometimes two maps will have some similarities, but I guess on this map, it does feel like there's quite a few big camps. And I mean, Happy is just going to rely on his scouting. The fact that the Expo is somewhat hard to take, so to speak, compared to some other maps. And I think just try and, as per usual, creep up his DK, slow down the expansion, and the timing could be really good as well with a shorter rush distance than on some other maps.
Happy seems to have a great time here starting into the game. Would love to know what the reason for that is. You rarely see him this happy. No pun intended. I would love to ask him, but I think I'm going to get the same answer as yesterday.
Nothing in particular.
Nothing in particular. Exactly. And of course, he can reserve that for him. Map number 2, Foggy already down a map, but he has the ability to strike back. He has to bring his A game on the new map, Shallow Grave. And here we are. How many times did Foggy practice this map against the computer, and did he come up with a spectacular creep route?
Not sure exactly how many, but I'm pretty sure he practiced it, because Foggy was almost assuredly going into this best of 5 thinking that Happy was going to veto Echo, because he's been doing that for years. But yeah, that was the surprise today, with Autumn Leaves rather being the veto, meaning that there should be a game plan here for Foggy, and this could favor him, perhaps. Happy, a very intuitive player oftentimes. I don't think he has so much of a meticulously laid out creep route, especially for the new maps. And there's lots of different possibilities on this map. The orange is easy to creep, the greens in the middle are all easy to creep, and with the Ancient of War, you can also dare to go for some bigger ones.
Most important thing in the early game, does the lightning shield work? Yes, it does. It feels like by now the Night Elves figured it out how exactly that works, but Acolyte is putting a lot of damage onto that archer, so is the Ogre Warrior. But okay, Acolyte gets punished for messing up this creep spot. That's First Blood going for Foggy, and Happy on the other side. Same build, same building positioning. Ziggurat here. Both players now with one lost map only in this entire tournament. Foggy's sheet is dirty, and Happy not a single drop map in the playoffs. Very, very, very impressive. Starts again with a Ring of Protection while we have another Claw for Foggy.
Yeah, some people like to meme that Happy has an item hack. So far, the item hack apparently not turned on yet, whereas Foggy can be quite satisfied with what he's gotten. 3 Moonwells into the tech is what we're expecting. Looking for some easy kills maybe, but of course we all know against Happy there's no easy kills.
Never is there ever. Retreats very early. So is this Foggy trying to delay Undead level 2 by as much as possible? Because usually Happy would be aggressive, right? And somehow he always gets a steal, gets a kill, gets a tree, and gets something. This might be the way around it.
Yeah, I think Foggy's line of thinking here is, well, Happy has like 6 schools right away. He can creep super fast. So after the first camp, I want to be aggressive. get a couple of archers myself, and once I have a good number of them, then I can start creeping myself and have similar timings. That's level 2 for the DK Unholy Aura. That means surrounds are a lot more doable.
And he can't allow this keeper to get surrounded again. That's level 2 right there. But the ghouls are threatening yet another surround, as we've seen on Concealed Hill, where the TP early was also one of the reasons Foggy lost that one. Can we please have a banger like Cruncher vs Kiwikaki yesterday here on this map? Can this please become the game for heavy macro games and epic ultimate action?
I think we would all be quite glad to see that indeed.
Dude,
Entangle?
that play by Foggy.
And Foggy gets the staff. Yeah, that's big actually.
Oh, that's massive! First, this insane block for like 5 seconds, then the Entangle invested just to grab the staff that once again shows the importance of the staff teleportation.
Happy lost one ghoul here early on into this game, kind of like map 1, and the archer got the last hit, so Keeper a bit more experience with this. There's a second shop on this map, so Happy could go for a backup staff. Normally always goes for it.
It's a little further outside, of course. You want to have the DK around to maybe threaten the coil, kill an archer, disrupt the Keeper creeping. And so the telestaff seems to be no option at this point. It's just not efficient enough.
Foggy would love to snipe the sea turtle. That's a big last hit. Who's gonna get it?
Foggy.
Foggy gets it. Wants the item as well. Ooh, almost punished.
He's playing with fire, and again, is he looking? Yes, well oiled up. Keeper squeezes out of that surround. How many chances will Happy get? Oh my god, third time dribbles through this. Ukrainian Messi right there.
Ghoul should have the item, right? Does he have backpack? I haven't seen it yet.
He does have backpack, but I can't find the item.
Sentry ward, the one Ghoul in the back.
Ah.
It's a very good item. It's going to give him great vision over at the expansion. And of course, he won't be too surprised to see a Tree of Life there almost finished already. And that's also something that this early aggression nicely does. It forces the undead to stay on their side of the map because they can't leave, because if they do, Acolytes die. And that passively secures the Tree of Life. The concern then can be that maybe the Keeper hasn't crept enough and doesn't get level 3, but it's pretty damn close. Oh, the DK with the coil did not quite get the last hit. Foggy with a good game so far, it would seem.
Yeah, all the split decisions where it's about this one moment where if you're faster than your opponent, they all go to Foggy apparently. Or even this one! Even this one!
That was a millisecond. Can someone check that Twitch VOD and play it on 1% speed? How much time was there between the coil and the moonwell? It wasn't much.
Oh, if he gets one more creep, the Keeper's level 3. Happy has to deny this, but he's tanking a lot of damage here. And there's 3 kills. He can't... You're not supposed to get 3 last hits. I don't want to say you can't get 3 last hits because it's Happy, and I guess he could.
DK coming over. He's got the vision from the sentry. The trapper could be his level 3. There it is.
Very important. Can he steal more? Can he steal the Sasquatch? Does he have the time? Keeper found his way to level 3. Says hello to the DK.
It's gonna burn his mana, put good damage on him. And with this amount of damage on the DK, Happy can't really bring the Lich, right? And try to kill off more archers.
Exactly, and more archers is always more creep speed, faster level 3, more powerful Night Elf. But the Lich is coming over as he's teching.
The lab in the middle of the map on the high ground gives a big item, things like Mana Stone. But it's not easy to creep, so this is definitely an invitation for a creep jack.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is he faking a move somehow? Does he want to lure Happy out? He might be invited, but Happy declines.
Great creeping by Foggy. Look at that positioning. Pulls the camp all the way to the right, so if Happy wants to engage, he's going to walk into the creeps. Very nicely done. It does seem like Foggy has nicely studied this map and figured out how to creep it well.
Yeah, 2 out of these 7 days went to offline Shallow Grave practice. Mana Stone, very important to not give that to Happy, but he starts his creeping now too. DK, Lich, Fiends, and the second Greater Mana Potion in the grand final of DreamHack.
Lich still looking rather slim with only that single circlet. Orb must be added, of course, momentarily. Gonna bring it with the backpack upgrade, I guess. Wow, look at Foggy. He's getting both consumables in the middle. It's huge. Huge battle items.
Yeah.
The Mana Stone, not the best. He would have loved to have double Health Stone here, probably. Or Health Stone Heal Voice. That would have been the best. Wand of the Wind can also be really good.
Can be incredible if used at the right time. That's always the question. Do you find the one moment? Do you have the time? Will Happy dispel it super early on? Then, of course, this is one of the Wind has no usage, but he finds his opponent once again. Focus fire on the Lich a little bit on that Fiend, and he forces a TP for the second time on this this series. It feels
Look at
like
that creep route. If he gets the red camp, then in the shortest span of time, he took natural, double lab, and red.
Players force
sick, right? He's super fast.
Big reason for this is Nature's Blessing. Without it, the Ancient of War never would have the move speed to do this. But man, this is crazy good.
Ogre Lord, what's the item here? Warsong Battle Drums. More damage, always good. Even if it's just a little bit. He's gonna have 2 upgrades very, very, very soon. Happy is going for a Sacrificial Skull at the expansion.
Alright, maybe not so satisfied with how the game has gone so far. We heard him in the interview before saying, well, if I got a good early game, I oftentimes just want to go for a push and end it. And this time, perhaps, not feeling that way. He doesn't have level 3 Lich yet. He doesn't have level 4 DK yet. Something that he acquired super early on map 1.
Close to level 3 Lich after this camp, then Keeper. Wow, he didn't. Did he scout this, or is it just gambling?
Dude, this is not gambling. This is star sets. Alright?
Okay. I won't argue with that.
This is rockstar intuition. That's how he knows, man.
That was
very, very cool.
Crazy good. And that's not even too risky. Like, he can staff back anytime. He got 2 heal scrolls on top of that as well. And the Demon Hunter just continues creeping. He has a potion. He has a staff. This is phenomenal play by Foggy.
And Demon getting level 4 before the first fight. That's amazing.
players' forces are under attack.
Punishes
Might be able
this-
to get the next red camp, which would be outrageous.
Yeah, getting 2 red spot tiers on this map is pretty much game on this level. Just too much experience, the big items. And speaking of big items, he got the greater healing.
Yeah. Wonderful drops. For Foggy, absolutely. I think he sold the Mana Stone, right? Yeah. Not that good for these heroes.
Yeah. Rightfully so. Naga again. Little bit of a scout here, checking what's going on. The attack is going on. Frenzy Ghouls. There's no shop here. There's no Moonwell here. Focus fire on the Demon Hunter. As so often, these 2 heal potions share a cooldown. Foggy's gotta be careful.
There's a staff. No, there's no staff.
No.
I was about to say.
Exactly.
With the demon's name written on it, but it's not. The shop is right here. Also,
Okay.
beautiful shop positioning by Foggy. He's trying to buy time. The next armor upgrade for the Dryads is about to finish.
And that might be the moment to engage into this. Again, Treant's blocked. Not the full potential yet. 70 supply for Foggy. Demon Hunter. You can't lose the Demon Hunter. Foggy's got to be so careful. Think defense first. Offense
staff.
second.
Before the shop falls, he needs to get the staff. Foggy.
He has the gold.
A player's forces are under
There we
attack.
go. So now... Does he have the repair squad here? No. 5 wisps could be sniped, of course. Foggy's willing to engage with the upgrade, with the second staff. Heal scroll on Happy's side as well. Naga far forward. Dryad concave about 180 degree.
Yeah, wonderful micro here being displayed by both. This is kiting high level on both sides. You gotta pull back. The units are getting targeted right away. Heal scroll now committed. Happy looking for the targets. Demon once again the front line tanking. Doesn't have armor upgrades, or armor items rather, unfortunately. So it's pretty low there, but that's the heal pots. Naga in trouble as well. Healing for her with the potion. And Foggy pushed back again. The ghouls surviving a long time because Happy managed them so well.
One statue already completely depleted. The second one is there for the rescue though. Spreads more poison. 10 supply lead for Foggy. Hero levels are looking good. No tech behind this. Just a second attack upgrade. Plus more and more units. Burns the DK once again. No real nuke possible with a level 1 Naga. Lich also very low. Has a Nova though. Not anymore.
Slight mistake, not using that one before. You can see the Demon Hunter when he's running in, he's taking so much damage. And this is the benefit of the Naga. This is what her role is. Slow down the demon, make him take more damage. But of course you can't coil her, so you always gotta be careful with her positioning. Ghouls now almost all out of the fight. 20 supply lead for Foggy. And Happy feels forced to retreat, it seems.
How great is this Dryad micro? He's becoming such a master of it. I would love to see Moon, like a Moon reaction video to Foggy's position in the fight here. One call was ready. Demon Hunter's gotta be careful. Also, Foggy very, very careful with the potions. Always going for the small one, not the big one. Doesn't want to commit it yet. Might need another one on that Keeper of the Grove. Has to. Pretty much immediately. 80 supply. Second attack upgrade coming. This is peak tier 2 for Foggy.
4.5 on the Demon Hunter. This is really good. Pretty much the mid-game deciding this game if Foggy wins in both matches. Happy with an insane creep route map 1. Foggy with an absolutely ridiculous creep route map 2. And with these strong heroes now, Foggy looking to be in the lead. 2-2 upgrades on the Dryads. Now he's really confident. And he's going in.
There was another coil, but that was the last one. Only a heal scroll ready to save anything. Happy is diving deep, but so are the Dryads. Just surpassing the heroes that don't give one damn about them. One Fiend down, reveal, 2 Fiends down. Of course he's trading it, but with the Expo in the back, he can definitely do that forever and ever. DK even a little bit farther away from level 5 than the Demon Hunter is, I guess. Next one down, has the potion on the Keeper. Gotta keep it safe. There's no staff on the Demon Hunter. That Keeper has to go into the town portal, and Happy strikes back, but he's down to 46 supply.
Great fight for Foggy. Keeps his heroes alive and so many Dryads still standing as well. And once he got to 80 supply or close to it, he felt confident, went tier 3. That's halfway through now. He's still got a huge army, strong Dryads. Just needs to make sure to keep playing this safe and not throw especially those heroes away.
Okay. Happy has a flute. That's the counter, quote unquote, to the Warsong battle drums of Foggy. Can the Night Elf go to the red spot? He goes to the shop first. Again, defense first, always. Even selling the slippers. There's so little value in selling them, but he just wants the items. Invo potion, heal scroll, invis potion even. Keeper waiting for tier 3? Okay, just got a town portal to be part of this creep. What's it gonna be? Claws of attack plus 12.
It's honestly not that amazing, considering this huge army. Doesn't make that big of a difference, but alright, he's gonna take it. Got level 4 on the Keeper, and almost 5 on the Demon, with the Mana Burn Steel, maybe? No, not quite.
It's pretty amazing that this claws plus 12 is not on the Lich, though.
That's true. Happy would have loved this one. And yeah, speaking of Lich, plus 10 damage. That's not much.
No. That's like, Howl of Terror is applied to a Happy Lich. Usually plus 20 is, I guess, his average. Always putting emphasis on that range second hero. Happy sells the altar. It's that time of the game, Remo.
Yeah, he's got the double slaughterhouse, so this might be mass A-bombs or wagons as a last-ditch desperate effort. Problem is, his lump is really low. He's only got 2 ghouls left. He will certainly need Disease Cloud. And if this will be the play, A-bombs and wagons, then Fiend count is going to be low, which in return will mean that Hippogriffs would be very strong, but Foggy hasn't figured this out yet. He's building the perfect 80 supply army for now, which now includes bears as well, and double orb of venom minimum.
Yeah, also doesn't include archers anymore, even though they're a good bang for their buck. Can of course be sniped really, really easy. Foggy always operating with multiple groups. Speaking of multiple, double orb of venom now, level 4 on the Keeper, super close as it gets to level 5 Demon Hunter. And then I want to see these level 3 mana burns rain on the DK, rain on the Lich, makes Foggy's life so much easier. And on the other side, we are not that close to level 5 Lich. We are not that close to a level 3 Naga. This all takes more time that Happy has to stall, but also where does he go? Like, this map seems empty. Foggy is making double and triple sure that there's no expansion nowhere, and might even grab another base himself. Or even 2.
Yeah, he's got the resources. Why not? Could also go for some more upgrades, but he's been halting at 2-2 for now. The Fiends on 2-0 as well. but the wagons are coming and the A-bombs. Happy is certainly behind this game, but if he can engage into a fight and drag it out really long, like talking 3, 4, 5 minutes, Disease Cloud can do wonders. That is perhaps the strongest counter in the game against Dryads.
Yeah, for sure. Foggy had the Unholy Aura last game. This time, not so much. Unholy Aura, of course, helps with the auto unit regen. But okay. Happy scouting as well. One base got cancelled in the upper left. Is Foggy daring to build a second tree? Not sure. We're mining out the main bases. 1,250. A-bombs and wagons and Disease Cloud. 2-0 upgrades plus the flute.
Whew. We're gonna have one last battle, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be another long series, and we wouldn't have it done any other way.
Oh, Remo. There's an engine of wind in Foggy's base, and I'm not sure if Happy scouted this yet. Is he making sure that would be an amazing scout that would enable web? Otherwise, if this is a little more sneaky and Happy is not scouting with his Destro, which is not a normal move for an undead, by the way, to go for the scout, the hippos would be flying in without a big counter to it.
Lumber is a bit low for Happy. Again, only 2 ghouls on lumber, but it should be good enough. He's selling some buildings, getting some more from that, and yeah, web will be needed. And this also may make Happy more, give him more of an urgent feeling to attack, because low amount of hippos, easy to deal with. High amount of hippos, very different story.
How about a high amount of chimeras? Chimera Roost next to the Tree of Eternity, and this will not be scouted. But the web will be there, of course. Chimeras dismantle A-bombs, dismantle especially wagons. But they are quite squishy against Coil Nova, Fog Lightning. Foggy just invested a bit into this army. He shouldn't fight right now. He can sit on his expansion.
4 destroyers in the air in a moment. Some of them with mana. Oh, Happy attacking into the main. If he takes out the Ancient of Wind, that's actually really smart.
There are Moonwells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, though. But again, similar to Concealed, real weird to attack for Foggy. And easy
Trying
to
set up a flank. Dryads coming around from the other side. Very smart.
They need to connect soon, though. Otherwise, this is a high supply fight for Happy, but not really for Foggy. Okay, here's the second group of Dryads. The wagons are very protected. How well these guys are playing around each other is absurd.
Ancient of Wind taken out. How many hippos do we have? Only 2.
Yep.
That's very easy to web down. Happy has a real chance to win this game. Demon in trouble. Lots of moon juice, though.
Happy is gonna get sandwiched, but he has that way out in the bottom left where he can always retreat into. Foggy can't create a third group. Is this the time already? We have web, of course. This will soak up some damage. Bears are falling quickly as well. But the Dryads, do they find the connection to the meat wagons? Yes! Alongside the Demon Hunter. He's packing a punch. He needs to dance a little more. The Demon Hunter has a heal scroll. There was so much healing. Is that enough, Remo?
Now at level 3 in the meantime, not the biggest level up. The meat wagons pretty much all taken out, but they did so much damage. Disease is still everywhere. Burrows coming in. No dust anymore. Now using it.
Chimera.
First Chimera comes in. Lots of magic damage. Fiends. Nowhere to be found. No web.
Whoa, he killed them all! He killed them all in the fight prior. So good night, statues. Good night, A-bombs. We have Dryads fighting destroyers and of course the heroes battling each other. Foggy, are you taking this down to 57? Happy still at 50, going for the Lich now. It's about hero focus. Chimera disappearing. Will the Lich disappear too? Info potion passed last second. Hero focus for Foggy doesn't seem to be working as always. No TP. DK exposed. Can he do something? There is a TP. Can he pass it? It's on the Lich and Happy taps out. Foggy takes map 2, makes this a series. The score is tied.
And he makes that Shadowgrave pick his here. That was fantastic. The creeping, he crept Demon Hunter so much. It's so tempting to go and fight once you have level 3. He's like, no, I want level 4. I want to get more gold. I want to outmass you entirely. And he was able to do just that. And on the new map, which by the way, I checked Happy's all 3 profiles in Grandmaster, he has around 12 games total. listed on all of his accounts together. So not that many just yet, but he seemed familiar with the map as well. It's just that Foggy seemed more familiar. Perhaps the hyperbolic time chamber training with the computer insane paying off here.
It's so absurd. The ladder is like 2 weeks old, and you're saying, yeah, his 3 Grandmaster accounts. It's so crazy. 1-1 in the European Grand Final in the last DreamHack for WarCraft 3, the last regional DreamHack for WarCraft 3. Foggy strikes back. Echo Isles is next. We go into a little bit of a break, and then we'll see who claims match points. See you in a bit. Don't go anywhere. The highest skill level in Europe. We're here, everybody. Grand final. The best of 5 is down to a best of 3 as Foggy claims map 2. And in what impressive fashion that was. From the early game, creep, harass, creep, route into the late game stages where he flanked the catapults with his Dryads and Demon Hunter. Just spectacular play by Foggy. And now we move on to Echo Isles. Todd, your expert thoughts on map 3.
Well, I've seen Foggy make Warden like the best thing ever sometimes on Echo Isle, but I've also seen Happy make Warden like the worst thing ever. So I'm curious whether Foggy even attempts that at all. There's going to be a lot of mind games involved going into this game. Let's just jump right into it. I got nothing good to say compared to what these guys are going to show us in the game, Neil. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Championship on the line. The winner of this map has match points. Twice, actually. Foggy spawning on the left-hand side. If he had the plan to go Warden, that is pretty much ruined by that starting position, as the creep on the left-hand side can be interrupted. So back to Keeper, it probably is. Engine of War position gives that away as well. And yeah, never change the running system.
Yeah, Keeper, Expo is the only really reliable strat. Warden can be flashy and cool in the right scenario, but you can also really fail horribly. Here in this big game, you really want to play what you're comfortable with and what you know to work if you do it well. That creep route, again, it was amazing, dude. Demon Hunter starting at the natural, level 2 right away, double lab creep in the middle, and then swings over to first find the creep jack and the red camp, and then the merc, level 4.
Forces are under attack.
Really sick plays by Foggy, which is going to be a lot harder on Echo Isles. Show me the big camps on Echo. There's one at the marketplace, and then there's 2 in the corners, bottom left, bottom right. That's it. All other camps are like not that big. I guess the merc camp could be counted among them, but the point being, you can't just jump from camp to camp and level so crazy here.
That's very true, but the map is a little smaller. Rush distance might enable the Keeper to dive into the undead base a little more often, try to entangle an Acolyte. This is what broke Happy's neck in his match against Spiral. But of course, with the map being smaller than Shallow Grave, this also makes it a little easier for Happy to defend this. We look at the early stage items, always important. Circled for Happy, not a ring this time, but the ring ends up in the Keeper's inventory.
Happy scouting for the Keeper if he wants to go for the expansion across the map. Oh, this is a big move. If the DK arrives in time to steal the last hit, that's a disaster for Foggy.
This can't
It
happen.
seems like he should be fast enough to get it, though.
Okay, lots of... He needs maybe a little bit of luck with the RNG. The Acolyte can't be allowed to steal this. 144 before the Magi. Oh
my
he
God,
does it again!
No way!
How? How is this possible?
Unbelievable. And how does that feel as Foggy? You gotta be like, come on, bro, for real? Again? And Happy's not done yet.
No, never. He's he's not expanding. He's creeping with his ghouls at the same time. He also got an archer with the coil. This man is already level 2.5.
We see the ghouls moving out south. The Happy special backpack ghoul solo creeping. This is gonna be DK. Wait a minute, is this level 3? Yeah, it is. Oh my god.
Is he getting it prior to the 4-minute mark? No. He got the staff as well. As there's only one shop on Echo Isles, there's only one staff on Echo Isles. 4 minutes, 16 seconds, level 3 Happy.
And Thatcher's dead. Ooh, boys, this is a rough one. And this again perfectly encapsulates what we keep saying all the time. One mistake, it's so unfair, but just one mistake, and Happy is gonna punish you to the absolute fullest of possibilities.
Yeah, this replay will be saved in the Encyclopedia of Warcraft right next to Comes Back Swingin'. He had pretty much no chance on Shadowgrave. And this should give Foggy the momentum. Seeing, okay, he's beatable today, I can do it, until he couldn't. Like this mental fortitude of Happy, not being flustered, not being shaken at all by this defeat on map 2. It's like, okay, next map, let's go, and let me dominate once again.
He sees the expo timing. No way for him to cancel it, but it's not that early, so I don't really think he has to. You have a marketplace, by the way. The Lich so far has always been somewhat underwhelming. This time around, I got a feeling it's going to be pretty stacked.
Yeah, I got a feeling as well. There's a lot of claws on this map as well, Remo. You might know that. 2 circlets already. And more camps. Keeper got a claw now himself. That helps a little bit. Lore's coming, tier 2, Demon Hunter. The strategies are the same. It's all about execution.
And Happy's DK movement here is outstanding. He's intentionally playing very non-committal, just staying around the creep camps, not allowing the keeper to creep, not committing in too hard when the keeper's there. He doesn't want to lose too much health. He takes out another archer. Wow. Absolutely perfect game so far by Happy.
Yep, definitely agree. Tier 3 on the way. Ghouls coming for the middle, as this is one of the biggest camps. There's a claw, there's another circlet, there's the gloves of haste. Happy has 250 gold. Time to pimp these inventories. Foggy needs creeping, and he needs it yesterday.
The DK making it into the mid game with full mana is always amazing for an undead. Whether it be to defensively save his units or to be aggressive soon himself, this just opens up the map wide for him. Lich joins for creeping. Wait, where's the item? Does it Ghoul have it? Yeah. That's perhaps not quite intentional. Ghoul has the big invul potion, carries it back home. Back to safety. My precious.
Could he forget about it?
I think later when he selects all the ghouls, you automatically are shown the item. So I think he's gonna start noticing again. And by the way, this is the kind of game, the Lich comes out, and guess what he gets? 4 little gifts right at the beginning.
Yep. Like it's his birthday. Well, it basically is his birthday when he joins from the altar, right? So this was also a little gold invested into the marketplace, which doesn't go into army or tech, but he's just waiting at the moment anyway. Demon Hunter at least made it level 2, got the ring, got the protection ring. That's good for the later stages, but I got a feeling that first he has to reach these later stages.
Happy bought the invul and the heal scroll. I feel like primarily to take it away from Foggy.
Yeah.
Should be the intention, as he already has the invul, and yeah, doesn't need the heal scroll normally so much. But now it's going to be time to pick up the orb and should be realizing about the invul potion.
Did you see what he did with the sentry ward? He used one, and then he sold the other because he didn't want to reveal that he had it in the inventory. So he's going to have vision on the shop the whole time, and Foggy's never going to know.
It's pretty impressive. Next level plays. Foggy, maybe next level creep. This is something that might not have been originally on his game plan, but maybe he feels forced to because the Acolyte stole the Ogre Magi. Eat through the forest, go for the turtle early on to get level 3 on the Demon Hunter.
And this might be a slower game this time around. We have a Sacrificial Skull in the inventory for Happy. This appears to be an expansion play now, and hard for Foggy to read this, as this hasn't really been done so far by his opponent.
He will have a Treant down there. He had a Wisp for a long time. So he should have knowledge. Talisman of Evasion, not a great item. In general, these items by Foggy this game, really underwhelming. Has to get the Expo running for a bit. Gets the second heal scroll. Invo Potion is 15 seconds off, and it feels like Happy is not going for it.
And the DK again gets level 4 before the first big fight. As I mentioned earlier already, this is such a big boost, always, in any kind of matchup, having that level 2 aura. Foggy, what's his army saying? 5 Dryads? Starts denying archers already. Alright, Foggy knows this is going to be a macro game.
Yeah.
It's time to greed it up.
Back in no upkeep. Demon Hunter is super tanky, can eat a little bit, trying to find an opening with the Keeper of the Grove. Maybe an entangle, maybe some treants, just distraction. You should have this confirmed, right? That this is an expansion?
Yeah, he knows.
Good.
Saw it with the Keeper. And now it's going to be time to go into more Wisps, go into a bunch of upgrades. And maybe go into some better units. Foggy has a lot of trust still in Dryads in the late game. I feel like that's one of his few mistakes. Other Night Elves, especially like Colorful, rely much more on Bears and Hippos in the late game. Whereas we saw Foggy still making some Dryads, even here at around 50 supply.
Colorful is not facing Happy in regional finals, though. Maybe you would do that, but maybe we'll see at the end of November.
Maybe next year when he moves to Cologne and starts being roommate with Todd.
Colorful?
Yeah. They could practice each other. Todd loves playing inside.
Oh, man.
Let's go, champ.
Sweet. Surround by Happy once again, getting a Dryad for free.
At least he will go to dinner with me, I'm sure.
If you invite him, I'm sure as well.
Honestly, I think I have a pretty good track record. Like, I have like a 90% success rate of accepting dinner invitations from you.
Who cares about your dinners when we have a grand final to our hands? We have another fight here brewing. Oh, almost a 4-unit surround with ghouls against this Dryad.
Expansion now fully secured. Foggy trying to get in some cheap damage and buy time for his tech across the map. And he should be getting some acolytes here. Happy, of course, knows this is all going on. Oh, look at the Dryads. Even the back of the Fiend army perhaps could slow them down a bit. But no, not the case yet. With the staffs, Foggy should always be safe over here.
Staff is on the Demon Hunter though. Needs some time to swap it over. Rather uses the TP. Remo, I think the big invul potion is still on a ghoul somewhere.
Oh my god.
Is it even? It's in the base, right?
I'm clicking through them.
Where
Maybe
is
he
it?
sold it.
Okay, yeah, that could be it.
I think he sold it, yeah.
Okay, he has 2 small ones now. Imagine that's getting dropped in the fight. But hey, we have the big push coming.
This was a great transition by Foggy, realizing what was happening with the Expo and trying to read it up as much as possible, going into bears, going into upgrades. 2-1 upgrades against 0-0 upgrades. This is a big difference. And Foggy does look to have the stronger army here. But Foggy, but Happy, the strongest micro in the world. Let's see.
This is gonna be so rough. We have an orb. We have a tanky Demon Hunter, but no invul potion on him. Good kiting so far, and another redo.
No web yet, by the way. These hippogriffs very effective, but we don't have too many yet. There was only one. That one was taken out. Some ghouls falling as well. Bears still standing for a long time. The double staff being very valuable right here. More hippos coming in. Happy running out of mana. The Russian may have to TP out now.
Yeah, I feel like this fight was pretty good for Foggy so far. Goes for the DK. There's another Fiend in trouble, being dispelled, but not fast enough. Another Dryad might be falling here. Hippos very early compared to the games prior.
In the past, Happy used to play Gargs in the ultra late game. We don't seem to be seeing that here. DK popping some damage. Invul potion on him. He'll be surviving with that one. Happy kiting backwards the Fiend, but everything's dropping really low for the Russian. Now we'll have to TP out. One more Fiend and a statue in trouble. Both saved. Oh no, the statue actually did fall. Oh. And there was a fairly even exchange between the two.
Yeah, I expected this to go into Happy's way, actually. But Foggy with a good hold, decent defense, 3-3 heroes, and shop control now. Next invul potion will be going to him, but Remo, the next challenge is arising. Double Temple. It's time to take over some bears and make them undead.
And this was already the last season, the big problem for Foggy. He didn't know how to answer the mass banshees. And it really seems to be hard to find an answer. Mountain Giants don't really seem to work. Dark Ranger doesn't seem to work at all. If there's a high amount of banshees to steal all the bears, things get difficult. Maybe the solution is strike early, before there's this banshee.
Yeah, both upgrades take quite some time, and then you need banshees, and then you need mana on them. Foggy interrupting this creep, which is pretty good, but can't really do too much damage. It's Happy's repair is right on time.
Yeah, the position here for Happy is amazing. Standing behind the towers on Blight. There's no way Foggy can fight here. He does have a huge army though. Looking in his base, do we see any kind of transition? Seemingly not. Just more bears. I'm surprised not to see a second Agent of Wind, I gotta say.
Hey, so far I agree. Could slap it down. He has bought the Wand of Illusion, so he will probably fake some hippos and hope that the fake ones get webbed and the real ones stay in the air. There's still some room.
I guess it's actually smart though. I think he's doing this because of the possibility of banshees, because hippos would be absolutely useless against banshees. He just wants to go for a few hippos, draw out some nukes maybe, and get ready against the banshees, which I guess the best thing you can go for is Dryads. Theoretically also MGs, but with all that being said, guess what? Now he makes a second Ancient of Wind, so maybe he hasn't seen these Banshees yet. He should get off a scout.
Yeah, it's really hard to predict if they're coming or not. You can expect it by now, but Tappy's has so much variety in his late game that he's not always doing this. It's not set in stone. He's not the robot that many like to paint him as. But now he should know. It's daytime. Yeah, part of the army. Foggy knows. What's the reaction?
The Bears at 2-2, by the way, strong already. The Fiends still only 0-0, and Happy was able to fight with them fairly well. These Fiends will get a lot stronger with more time, with more upgrades. That's another thing to consider here.
Okay, we have... Is he attacking into the undead base?
He may feel that he has to, before the Banshee count is too high.
How though? There's a Nerub tower far up front. There's a shop. There's instant reinforcements. How are you supposed to win this? Reeks a little of desperation. He does have a supply lead and 1,000 gold. Questioning this move, but hey, maybe he knows better and smash this fight.
Deke in the front line tanking pretty well. Towers being upgraded here for Happy would be amazing. He's going to use the TP though to reposition, get into the back. Happy lost a lot of units right there, but now the Bear's going to have a tough time connecting. Foggy still with 80 supply. He's got a sizable supply lead right now.
Web everywhere. Lich has a bit of Nova ready, and of course strong right clicks. And Foggy gets level 4. Can eject here relatively easy. He basically lost nothing.
Well,
in comparison.
Not so sure about that. He's been remaking units like crazy.
Yeah, but Happy's down to like below 50, below 60 at a time, at one point. This went way better than expected again.
Yeah, Foggy also has a big bank still remaining.
Yeah, I guess.
Chims are on the way. All right, here we go. That's the late game tech. 2 Chims coming, which can be good, but Chims are very hit or miss. If they get webbed and the anti-magic is applied, this can also be a huge sunk cost that doesn't do much.
They were okay, I guess. There was only one on Shallow Grave, but it was the very last stage of the fight. And this time there's anti-magic shield, which makes them not as great as they could be.
Yeah, Chimera does about, what is that, like 70, 80 damage or something? So it takes a lot of hits to get through the AMS. AMS protects against 300 damage. Also protects against Dryad Spear poison, by the way. Damage over time, but we don't have that many Dryads anymore, so perhaps not that relevant.
Claws plus 9 for this Lich. And a Tome of Intelligence. This is plus 10 damage.
DK also got level 5 from this. Another epic game between the two. And of course, we have to keep in mind, Foggy's expansion is running out much sooner than Happy's is.
Absolutely. This would be a game on any other map where Foggy would probably go Sappers and try to blow some ziggurats up. Here on this map, no lab, no Sapper.
Fiend upgrades are starting to come really into play here. 1-1 at the moment, about to be 2-1. That is so much better than what we saw before when the Fiends were at 0-0. They were rather underwhelming, so Happy seems to be getting stronger, but I guess so is Foggy. 88 supply, high upkeep. Foggy could go to 100 right now.
And I guess he is after queuing a bit more. Yep, there we go. 4 Chimeras. He's still poking prior to this. Little bit of a game of chicken here as Happy is pushing forward as well.
So no towers in Happy's base. I wonder if I should have upgraded them earlier. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that expensive. But yeah, this Trillo is definitely falling.
Is that worth it?
And where's Happy gonna TP to? If he's too far forward, he could just get eaten alive. But Foggy's actually gonna TP out, just sacrifice his tree, and got caught off guard with his attack, I feel.
Was that? I mean, there was a TP. He probably would have been a bad position there. But this feels odd. I mean, we talked about how his expansion would run out sooner than the undead one. This is, of course, a way to preserve some gold, but I'm not sure if that was the right call. 20 XP lead for Foggy. How good is he in an open battle? He goes Corrosive Breath and 5th Chimera.
3rd armor upgrade as well. Sick upgrades on Foggy. One upgrade that he forgot about for a long time is Wellspring. At the moment, he still has juice, but later on, that might be something that he's going to get punished for.
DK5.
A player's force.
Lich 4.5. Absolute machine gun. And he saw the Chimeras. Oh, of course. There is Corrosive Breath now. Is it just a base race with Chimeras?
It might be. It absolutely might be. Foggy is a master in base races. Happy rarely finds himself in this situation. Normally he wins the fight, he destroys the army of the opponent, and then he wins. But yeah, this certainly looks like a base race.
Okay, you can say about Chimeras what you want, but with Roar and Corrosive Breath, they are absolutely amazing in tearing down buildings. Happy jumping on everything! Isn't this a lot of AoE? Look, there's even a Fairy Dragon, and the Keeper is in trouble, and the Keeper is just dead!
Oh my god, yeah, Invo Potion didn't use it. I can't believe Happy just jumped into everything! DK still with the Invo Potion available. The Chim damage seems to be too much. Level 5 on the Demon Hunter. Foggy with 10 supply more, taking out so many fiends.
Oh, there's still Chimeras about to fall here. Oh, the splash damage kills them. Bears are falling as well. The undead heroes, of course, always a threat. 2 Chimeras still up in the air. It's pushing forward. He wants the hero TP by Happy once again. Hippo about to take out this destroyer. Happy down to 40. And Happy, Foggy still at 63. Haunting down these obsidian statues. Those are usually the lifeline. The lightning bolts raining down on the DK. Potion of healing, Invo Potion. Insane!
Foggy seemingly with a perfect army making it work. With hippos, bears, dryads, and chimps in the ultra late game. 3-3 upgraded. This Demon Hunter about to hit level 6. Happy trying to do it with basically heroes only. And now he's really missing. Not having upgraded these towers earlier.
The AoE of the Chimeras tearing the undead apart. Foggy a little bit trapped now. But who's trapped with whom? What can Happy do? 32. He is, of course, the one still mining. Foggy isn't. Keeper? Not too sure if he revived him already. I don't think so.
Oh my god, this is pretty crazy.
I've never...
Happy importantly lost the slaughterhouse. He needs statues badly. He's remaking the slaughterhouse now. Long range coil takes out one more bear. Foggy with a stronger army, but he can't remake anything right now.
Is the tree walking over? I'm not sure. He wants to go for the Black Citadel. Demon Hunter close to 6, actually. He's so close to 6. Oh my god. Metamorphosis could end this game. Happy running away, trying to rebuild. Here we go. Like Creo at WCG. This could be Foggy at DreamHack.
He doesn't want to use it unless he has to. He doesn't want to use it and waste it.
No more fiends, no more fiends. How is he supposed to deal with these Chimeras? Except Coil Nova, I guess.
He's got one fiend left for web, gets the Chim.
Metamorphosis!
Traps it! Metamorphosis turned on. One Chim goes down. Only one Chim is left!
Oh, but also only one fiend. He has almost no anti-air. Has to eat it himself. 47 versus 30. I have never seen a game like this, Remo. The beauty of Warcraft.
Very surprised that the Demon Hunter doesn't have an orb. Perhaps he forgot about it earlier or he was slot starved. That also would be so much bonus damage. Metamorph, though, soon to be over.
Yeah.
It's got a long cooldown nowadays.
Yeah. Foggy is mining, though. With this fight in Happy's base, he covered for the fact that the tree was moving over. Still doing good damage. And Happy, smart as he is, rebuilt the slaughterhouse at the expansion, which is, looking at this, now his new main base.
If he loses the graveyard, can he make still statues? I'm not sure. Chasing after the Banshees, one of them should certainly be going down. But statues, having them back again now is a huge difference maker. Dryads chasing around. Good micro, good control of these Dryads. One more goes down.
Altar down as well. This means that Happy can't tech. Did he start the tech? No. He can't buy potions.
There we Everything very hurt here. Oh, all the bears morphing. There's a
Whoops.
destroyer in the air. Easy steal on the rejuve. That could be a lot of bears going down right here.
Better be careful. Nova,
Oh,
no,
Nova,
not like
focus.
this. Invo potion, 7 seconds, but how is he supposed to get out of there? Keeper not back yet. Demon Hunter has to run, but there's a coil, and Happy executes him. Is that the end? No way.
Not yet. Oh, last coil on the lich. So much damage, but more bears are dropping.
No
Foggy,
way.
900 gold. He can go for a tavern res.
The bear is slowed, actually blocking this lich at 300 HP. Another bear falling. Frostmourne hungers. And the Demon Hunter is back. 300 gold.
God. This game is ridiculous.
Happy has so much gold because he has no ghoul. So he sold a Zig, remade a crypt, but he has to wait to make a couple of ghouls to start mining lumber again. So he bought Penant of Energy and Replenishment Potion just now.
Crazy.
The marketplace is his best friend right now. Demon Hunter getting kited. Where is the keeper?
Coming back.
He's dead forever.
He's coming back. He's gonna be there soon. Do we have a destroyer still? Yes, we do. Demon Hunter close to be falling again. If he can take...
Just a little bit too
The
late.
chim
The
is on the
destroyer.
other side.
Okay, Mira takes out the altar. Oh, getting unsummoned. Getting all the resources he can. DK at the shop. What's he going for? Nothing. Would love a big mana potion, but there's none in stock.
Oh man, if this keeper leaves the altar just a tiny bit earlier, he can entangle and probably kill.
The hippo!
Yep, speaking
The
of
hippo is
killing,
going to kill the last destroyer.
with the help of the Dryads, that is 5 supply gone, and that is the last Dispel gone as well. I
Got a
am
new statue coming, though.
pretty close to a heart attack watching this game. How must it feel to play this game?
Cat nuke. Staffham won the keeper, but he's far away from the Moonwells, remember.
Pulls the Metamorphosis. Shop, mass repair. Oh, the AoE is gonna be so smart. Shop is gone.
And if the tower falls, if the narrow falls, it's going to be way easier for the demon here to get stuff done. Eats one Acolyte, wants to have the Nova, doesn't have the mana quite yet, but will in a moment. The chim damage is sick with the 3 attack upgrades. Nova on the demon, he's got the Invul Potion, may have to use it soon. Fighting through the Metamorphosis is happy.
What? Okay, here we go. Keeper is back. That will bring the staff that will get the Demon Hunter back to safety, but the damage is insane. Goes for the Entangle. There's no way
my
for
God.
Happy. GG! Foggy with Chimeras and a base race, and I have no idea how, takes map 3.
What is this game? And I can't believe what we just saw here. Happy leaves Echo Isle in the map pool. He vetoes another map here. And it feels like he gets kind of punished for it. He vetoed Autumn Lives. I don't know what it was about it. It seemed okay with Echo Isle. Or maybe he saw something that scared him in another series of Foggy against X-Lord, where Foggy looked really good on Autumn Lives, but Echo Isle is Foggy's home ground, and that was a crazy game here. The crisis management at the end by Foggy was incredible. Obviously, like losing the keeper was a little sloppy in the big fight, but that town portal by Happy, it's very rare to see him make mistakes like this. He town portal right below the army, and that was also credit to Foggy for guessing where the town portal was going to be. I think he looked maybe where that was headed. With the town portaling hero, you can look at the direction. And then he was just like, it's probably going to be there. But there was a chance he could have been way more to the right. And then Happy TP's more safe. Is behind his necropolis. But then it's harder for him to move out from that area to engage into the army of Foggy. So he took the risk. And yeah, recently, I played a lot of 4v4. I've TP'd under Mass Chim army. Believe me, it's not a good feeling. And I think Happy just gonna experience that here, even though he was still close after this.
Whoa. I don't know what I need, but I definitely need a bit of a break. Both competitors also left their chairs right after the game. Give these guys a little bit of a break. They might need it. Unbelievably high-skilled games here at DreamHack Open Winter. The last season, and we're closing in on the season finale. 4 minutes of a break, and then it's match points, Foggy. Thousands of eyes are glued to the screen here. European Grand Final, Happy Foggy. That's not news, but having Foggy with a 2-1 lead means match points. Match points on the next map, which is Tidehunters. Am I right?
Yeah, and that's the map on which Foggy recently won when he faced Happy in the ESL Open Cup as well, after getting a lot of Dryads, finding True Shot Aura, finding War Drums as well. I'm a little bit worried that Foggy lets these match points get to his head. I hope that's not the case, because that can be one of the most poisonous thoughts possible. If you're up 2-1 against the guy that always beats you, you're this close, and then you start thinking like, oh my god, I'm actually doing this? No. Forget all this. Only think about the game and your game plan. Play your best, because you're going to need no less here.
Coach Todd has spoken. Let's go map 4. Foggy upper left-hand side. So close to the championship that he's craving for so long. Weekly Cups were one thing. The big DreamHack title is a whole different beast. And I don't want to get too far ahead, because Happy has turned a lot of series around when he was in exactly this position.
Yeah, absolutely. His mental game is unbelievable. We all know he basically never has off days. He always plays his best, and he never really beats himself up psychologically. He will lose some maps here and there, but oftentimes he's going to come back with a vengeance. That's going to be his goal here. We go into Tidehunters, the tropical map, with once again the same build on both sides. They know what's good. They know what works. DK Ghouls and Keeper.
So the question is here for the early game, which creep is the Acolyte gonna kill?
Yeah, it's pretty insane how Happy has been able to get these last hits. And Foggy, you know, one last hit doesn't sound like a lot, but in the early game it can swing so much around. It was such a good early game for Happy. It was actually ridiculous on Echo Isles. The fact that Foggy brought it back with a beautiful scout and good transition and good harassment. And then the super strong army in the late game. But yeah, he needs to make sure he doesn't lose any more last hits.
Ooh, kind of close with that Berserker there. Good job by Happy to pull out the Sea Giant for a long time. That will delay creeping. Makes everything a little wonky, a little uncomfortable. Keeper gets the last hit here, so this Acolyte, no impact later on.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the first couple of minutes, your creep route is really important. You want to have your own progress, ideally slow down the opponent. But Foggy's going to be left to creep level 2 here, pretty freely it seems. Pulls out the camp, goes for the snare caster. Gets slowed down a bit. And Happy creeping in the middle. Double green camp in the middle is a perfect level 2. After which, harass seems likely. And again, we have the backpack coming for Happy, ready to start creeping heavily with ghouls as well. Especially on this map. You can creep a lot with ghouls.
Forces are under attack.
Only 100 XP at the moment, going for the next turtle, which of course then is going to be the level 2 you mentioned. Double ring for Foggy. At the moment, pretty bad. On a Demon Hunter, pretty good. So there is usefulness. Foggy sees the ghouls creeping. He's, hey, there's not too many skeletons. They might be somewhere else, so no detonate here. There's level 2. This is where the games begin.
Tidehunters in the rings of protection. I feel like that's something we've been seeing this whole DreamHack season. Foggy won't be too satisfied with that for the Keeper, but actually for the Demon later, it is good. Happy this time gets the staff, gets the dust, will be ready for harass. Sends out a scout as well. We'll see no tree at the expansion. Slightly proxy around the corner, which is also very predictable, by the way. If Happy sees this, which he will, the ghouls perhaps can get the cancel, but they're far across the map.
Where's the Wisp? There's no Wisp nearby, is there?
Foggy.
The one mistake! Is it coming in early? There's movement now on the left-hand side, but I guess it's too late. Keeper can entangle, but it has to be a cancel. This wasn't too far progressed, but it's again a little early game victory for Happy. But on the other side, Foggy's level 3 already.
Definitely a mistake, not having the Wisp there fast enough. Also lost some resources, of course. But it's probably wants to force the DK to run away here and then expand on the spot. And then I guess the delay isn't too hard. In the meantime, ghouls simultaneously creeping. Don't try this at home, folks. You're gonna lose a lot of ghouls. Oh, Happy loses one as well. Oh my god, almost two. Woo! Everything real close to dying.
Oh my god. Imagine Demon Hunter immolation here now. It's like 1 second, 4 kills. But of course, we will not see this. Foggy playing passive now slows down the game a little bit for him. He got the early game objective. He got the level 3. And he got the tree coming up again with Happy being far away from this.
Double circle and claws. Really good items for Happy. Once again, gonna give those over to the Lich. On this map also, we have a marketplace. Which once again, both players might be taking advantage of later on. I think we both know. Both players are gonna play very clean early game. They're not gonna fail early on. We're gonna go to the late game. So it's already time for us and for these players to wonder what's Happy gonna play this time. Push or Expo?
Yeah, so far the push seemed to look a little better if you ask me. But Foggy also very, very ready. Oh, look at this archer, all hidden. He knows exactly where Happy is coming from. But can he react to this in time? Keeper was about to move to Happy's base, but is feeling forced back now.
DK looking for any kind of free kills that he can. Archers, wisps. Can't get the Tree of Life, of course. Can get a second archer, though. If he decides to chase. Foggy with the block. Oh, nicely done. Actually saving that one. Lots of mana invested. But the DK now low HP. May have to go for a potion here if he wants to harass.
Oh, no, 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 no. Not like this, Foggy. The
What?
Demon Hunter. He can't move.
Force of Nature, though, should get him out of there, hopefully.
Don't get shaky. Don't mess this up.
He's giving him the staff. Oh, I think he forgot about Treants there for a moment. But that's also a way to do it.
Okay, Shredder, we've seen this before. Lots of normal damage makes it relatively easy to creep this camp, but it's not going to be relatively easy to hold this Happy push with the DK and Lich, especially if you want this Entangled Goldmine to finish. Vamp Aura, decent, but not the nuts.
Yeah, if we should get to bears, it is amazing, but that is far, far away. Right now, it's just about massing Dryads and holding on and securing the expansion. As with pretty much every Keeper strat, you don't want to play this off of only one base income. You want to have 2 base, and Happy is delaying the expansion again.
Is he?
He's not getting this tree, is he?
No way Foggy can allow this.
Needs to bring a lot of wisps.
Oh, Colonel Nova number 1. Keeps the Vamp Aura. Would also be great for Hippos, of course. Late game. And for a Demon Hunter. Every single bit of HP helps and matters. Nature's Blessing almost done. Also amazing. He has a lot of wisps ready. Needs to invest a little bit for repair, and Happy is pretty much the only thing he does at the moment. He's neglecting the Lich progress. Big time.
The thing is, even low-level Lich with good items is still strong with the orb. Happy changing gears. It's all about slowing down the Night Elf expansion, and that most likely means he's going to go for a push. Usually Foggy, when the push happens, will have around 56 to 60 supply, because he's been mining for a long time. Not this time. He's got 36 right now.
He could sell a couple of items to make up for that a little bit. Spend 400 gold now. But not into units. I don't see any new Dryads coming. Happy is at tier 3. Frenzy, Destroyer upgrade. Foggy's just creeping.
Interesting. Happy completely switching up his mid-game. Normally it's a bit of light hero harass, try to kill some archers, then fall back and then go heavy onto creeping yourself. But this time, it's all about the economy for Happy.
Very, very interesting game.
He slowed down the gold income so much. Foggy now trying to intercept the Lich.
Works
May have
well.
to be a TP here to save the second hero.
Works well so far. Entangle. DK has a coil. And with the staff, that's safe. But okay, I feel like Happy is ready.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard push to hold for Foggy. 42 supply only. Happy going to add a third hero. And this is a crisp timing. Oh, Foggy maybe has the wrong read. Thinks he has the time for the red camp. That is not the case, my friend.
No, you don't. No, you don't at all. There's a TP, but then everything is clumped up, of course. With the Naga,
Forces are under attack.
Happy is going for the tree, and with that, for the throat. Heal potion on the Lich, TP on the DK, nothing on the Naga. Foggy really has no need to do this. He got the level 3/3. Needs to buy time with something, but the tree is already at 50%. He's finishing the big boy. And here we go.
Got the claws from it, which isn't bad. Coil on the wrong target. Immo potion on the Demon Hunter. Try to dodge the coil. Ends up being a bit of a waste. Happy though, out of mana on the Death Knight. No more coils here for a long time. Statues in the back now, responsible for the only bit of healing. But Foggy's army is still not big enough. He needs to buy a lot of time for lots more rounds of production.
Foggy's so greedy, didn't really repair fully. Demon Hunter has no TP anymore, but the big heal potion, that helps, of course, a lot. Destroyer a little bit exposed, but the focus fire is on other targets. Foggy got the repair in, moves the Wisps back to get that extra income that he needs for these trades. Demon Hunter again, only has a heal scroll ready, and the staff.
But look at the moon juice. Okay, 2 of them are empty, but the other 3 do have some juice in there. 1, 2, perhaps a third one. It's going to be the last bit of moon juice here for a while. He needs the moonstone. Mana potion as well. Foggy needs to hold on to the expansion, of course. Without the expansion, he can't win.
There's no Nova, so the Wisps do have some time to repair. Demon Hunter staffs back in, dust of appearance against the burrow. Ghouls are falling, that's number 1. DK, no mana. Lich, no mana. The Demon Hunter is once again doing the God's work, or Eloon's work, I guess. Lich level 2. Even the Shredder comes in.
Hunter once again under heavy fire. The shop though positioned absolutely perfectly. Death Knight taking some damage. Quick dispel. Statues, of course. The statues providing the staying power. Nice mana burn shortly before the coil. Demon in trouble again. The staff must be there. It's on cooldown.
No, he got the
Demon Hunter,
shot.
12 HP.
Oh my, he staffed the Shredder, so that's why. Focus fire on the DK over and over and over, but there was healing. Naga level 2, the Dryads are trying to get some pickups, get the Fiend, trying to force Happy back, but Happy is here to stay.
Good positioning on the Dryads, trying to intercept reinforcements. Happy doesn't have that much of an army here left anymore. The heroes, 2 statues and 2 fiends, and the single destroyer. How's he going to reinforce this army right now? Shop is gone. No more heal pots for the demon.
And now I got the time to finally look into this base. No moon juice left, and the demon was low already. Happy going for another push at this tree. No more ghouls, if I see this correctly. This slows down the siege by a lot. And he can't really reinforce, as you rightfully said, because the Dryads were acting as like kind of gatekeepers here. Finger on the trigger for Happy.
Demon Hunter running an aggressive coil and Fog Lightning on the Keeper. Trying to transfer the staff, and he does. Nicely done. 1 fiend taken out as well, but now the Demon Hunter left on his lonesome. Going for his own hero kill. After the Naga now, that might be the kill. Something given over. It's the TP, the staff away as well to save the demon. Absolutely amazing play by both players here, but Happy will hold position and keep pressure on this tree.
52 supply for the first time in a long while. Happy with the supply lead. But this seems to be the tree. Or can he stall more time? A hero is coming in. It's the Demon Hunter, of course. Wants this Naga to be gone. But Fog Lightning and Coil reduce the HP once again to a third. Focus Fire. There's only 1 target, and that is the Naga. But there is a TP out. That was exactly what Foggy wanted. The tree is still up, which is a little bit of a miracle if you ask me. But is it enough to recover, or is Happy just coming for this again?
That was a sick hold by Foggy, dude. He had to use everything he could. Runs to the shop right after. Presence of mind is absolutely on point. Gets the Invul Potion. Gets the heal scroll. Was he at the marketplace? Not really. He's scouting around with the Keeper. Happy is coming back with a vengeance. 52 supply, big army. Now everything is united. He's got an A-bomb. He's got 4 fiends all of a sudden. He's got a mana potion as well. Foggy, great hold so far. But this is the toughest push yet.
Staff on the Keeper. That's not the resources you want to invest. You want the potions, you want the scrolls, but it ain't happening. This time he dodges the coil, but that's the Invul Potion gone in a heartbeat. Heal scroll on him. Where's the repair? Where's the repair?
A-Bomb in the front line, not quite Disease Cloud yet, but it will have it soon. And the Demon Hunter just taking way too much damage. Protected by the rings, yes, but here again the Naga shows her worth with a cold arrow. Speaking of Naga, she's very far forward, she's perhaps a bit exposed, but so are the Dryads, getting focused now one by one. Second armor upgrade for them is gonna pop in soon, but perhaps too late. Naga sees herself exposed. Destroy the spell comes in last second. We have a heal scroll as well. The Naga might still be falling. Demon Hunter though also! Mana Potion Coil, Demon Hunter falls, and that might be the game.
And the staff was ready. Did he calculate this? I don't think so. Repair a little too late, is it? GG! Happy is back in the series, and man, of course, the season finale goes full distance.
Yeah, we had a lot of one-sided series in the playoffs here. It was only 3-0s except for this 1-3-1 series, and finally we're getting a 5-mapper in the grand finals. We had to save the best for last. Happy was he angry here, because that was somewhat one-sided. He was playing very aggro, caught the tree, sniped it. Big mistake by Foggy not to have any wisp around and being able to prevent that. And then Happy, he had some sick escapes. Some item mismanagement still by Foggy, by the way. Like, he had double ring on his keeper almost the entire game. He only swapped that out at the end. And even the claws plus 12, I think, probably belongs on the keeper, because the demon is running around a lot of the time trying to escape the all of the damage of the opponent. So maybe he needs to swap those items around a little better than he did just now. But yeah, that was masterful. Happy here, showing that even when he's down to 2 maps against someone, he's still in it and giving his best.
And now we're at the same position that we were in fall. 2-2 score. The final map is Last Refuge. We give these guys one more break to recover and to evaluate their strategies. And then after this map, we're gonna have the last and final European DreamHack champion. Be right back. Season finale. This was the last commercial break, and now we're ready, and now we will decide who's going to be the ever reigning European champion at DreamHack. Happy versus Foggy, round 5.
It's been a beautiful rivalry of theirs over the years. Absolutely epic games, absolutely epic finals. We had some amazing matches already, and now the conclusion to be made on Last Refuge. Like last time, and thinking back to last time, Happy had an unbelievable early game then. Went for the push, tried to finish it with a tinker, but Foggy, by some kind of miracle, he must have prayed to all the gods, was able to hold that, and then misread the game and didn't transition well enough. It was a sick, sick game. Let's see what we get here for our decision.
High stakes. $2,400 on the line, EPT points on the line, but I guess this is what these players care the least about at the moment. This is about the championship. This is about pride, honor, bragging rights, and for Foggy to just prove the world that he can do it. Can you beat Happy 3 times in one series? It's been a long time since that happened. Is Foggy writing history, or is Happy gonna claim the throne for the 7th time in a row? It's all down to Last Refuge. The very last map of DreamHack Europe probably ever. Happy bottom left in the red, Foggy upper right in the yellow.
And we're gonna go out with fireworks, with some of the best that Europe has to offer. Certainly the best that Europe has to offer at the moment. Happy's reign of dominance has been unbelievable over the last couple of years, and also so has Foggy's progress. For Foggy, it was more of a marginal, steady increase as opposed to Happy's meteoric rise. But Foggy nowadays himself an absolute world-class player, especially in this matchup, as he was steeled by Happy over so many encounters. And as we saw in the previous performances, nobody else in Europe especially is on their level.
Okay. It's gonna be weird, by the way, if we meet them in Stockholm. In the past 2.5 years, these guys have been arch enemies, right? This rivalry, almost unprecedented in European WarCraft. It was always Happy versus Foggy, and at the World Championships, they're probably gonna spend some time together, hang out together, go to dinners together, talk together. It'd be a little different.
There's certainly no, even if it is a rivalry, certainly no animosity between them, though. It's very clear that they have great respect for one another, always referencing the other when it comes to who's the strongest opponent in the region, who's the biggest challenge, who do you expect to face in the end. They know how good they are. They have a healthy level of confidence for their own skill and also respect for their opponent.
Okay, we have a rehost situation here. Want to make sure that the players got the best conditions for this very, very final game. Once again, the look at the EPT points in Europe. It's just dominance. It's just absolute dominance. Happy most points of all gamers that participated in DreamHack around the world. And from Foggy to the 3rd place Hawk, that's a very, very solid 290 point difference. They're uncontested in Europe.
That's just
for
completely ridiculous, to be honest. Like this level of domination, and he has won so many Open Cups as well. Like he made 260 points from ESL Open Cup, so that means he's won what? Like, is that 26, or maybe there could have been some second places when he played all the races. He's won at least 25. We know that much, which just is ridiculous, right? Because there's 52 weeks in the year. And I think he won basically every one that he played, except maybe, was it 1 or 2 that he lost to Foggy?
He lost 2 to Foggy and he lost 1 to Lawlight in the semifinals.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there was this one as well. Yeah, so his track record is just insane because, you know, it's a tournament in which you have to face multiple, like, pretty good opponents. And yeah, he just dominates this region. which makes it all the better that we finally might get to see him very soon offline against the Asian players, because that's the big question. Would he be able to do as well? I asked before the viewers what they thought Happy was going to be able to do, and like some of them were like, he would win 100% tournament international. Some of them were saying 99, some people were saying 90, and then like some were thinking a little bit lower than that, but everybody's convinced that he's going to have a very high win rate against anyone in the world. And the beautiful thing is that we might finally get that answered. I cannot wait for it. And even now against Foggy, seeing him be challenged even more. In my opinion, it's not Happy slacking, like I've been over this before. It's Foggy just practicing like a madman, figuring things out and getting better consistently as well.
And it is, of course, not only the Asians, it's also Hitman and Cruncher to make it to Stockholm from the Americas. It's gonna be epic. Mark it in your calendars. Spread it across the entire scene. November 25 to November 28, $130,000 on the line. 16 of the best players in the world. The 16 best players in the world. $50,000 on the line for the winner alone.
Yeah, the stakes are high. And for Foggy, the heart is pumping right now. He's so close. Again and again, he gets so close. He's done it before in the small tournaments. Now it's up to him to prove it also on the big stage. Perhaps relevant, by the way, Last Refuge. That's a map that Happy would sometimes veto, but that is our last deciding map here.
Whew. High stakes.
Remo, do you think it favors anybody? Any predictions? Any secret coaching techniques?
I don't think there's any, especially strategical mistakes really being made. They both know exactly what they have to do. They just need to execute on a high level and react to the opponent properly. I think Happy pulled a fast one there on map 4, harassing the expansion that heavily. Foggy wasn't expecting it. Maybe should park the keeper there more with level 3, use the strength of Entangle, maybe bring more wisps over there right away to detonate against the skellies.
Yeah, that was certainly a mistake there. Also, the red spot timing, I guess, on Tide Hunters being a little too greedy, I guess, for this item. That could, of course, have helped them in the fight, but a better position would probably been a little better. But it's the tiniest of mistakes that decide these games. Weird situation, of course, between them. Happy, when he returned to the scene, everybody was kind of baffled that his prize money was so low. He was at around, I don't know, 12k, 16k. Like, everybody respected him back then for his skills, but he was never the one winning the big tournaments or even qualifying for the big tournaments. For example, he never made a big splash at WCG or at BlizzCons, but once he returned with his StarCraft experience, he was just a new force, like a new kind of player.
Yeah, this is definitely the best that Europe has looked, in my opinion, ever. Of course, there's some people who will argue the good old day, back in the day. But of course, the level of play has steadily been increasing. It has been nothing short of amazing. The level of play that Happy was able to bring to Europe, and Foggy also being able to follow. Of course, on the ladder nowadays, also a lot of Chinese players and Koreans are found on the ladder. That has pushed the level as well. And by the way, guys, we're having a bit of an issue hosting the final game, but we're gonna have it fixed soon.
Yeah, just want to make sure everything is perfect. Of course, if you are inspired by what these players bring to the table, you can learn the game yourself, everybody. And the perfect place for that is Warcraft 3 Gym. It's a wonderful community initiative that we got there. They have a Discord server. They have a great homepage. Warcraft-gym.com is the address where you find creep routes, where you find pretty much everything you need to know that you about this game. And of course, coaching there as well. GNL is starting soon again. If you want to read some articles about Warcraft 3, then warcraft3.info is your place to be. We got an excellent interview with Kraft there, for example. It's also your source for replays. The DreamHack replays will be there for sure in no time. And stats and ELO rankings and everything. Alright, it feels like there's an extended situation right here.
Yeah. Sorry again, guys. Still trying to get the host underway. Should be resolved now. Big thanks to the admins once again, who have been working alongside us and the players for all these seasons, investing their time, doing their best, and we want to bring this to a close, of course, as well as possible, with the best conditions for the players that we can manage.
Also, of course, a shout out to all the devs who support Warcraft 3 the way they do. Really, really impressive. And my special shout out, because they are kind of the unsung heroes and we don't mention them often enough, the Liquipedia editors who enter every single result to the Liquipedia homepage. Even dating back to beta tournaments in 2002, they're digging up results with a Wayback Machine, put them there to have the accurate esports earnings for Warcraft 3. Of course, we have a long history with this game. And from the biggest tournaments like DreamHack and WGL to the smallest community interactions like, for example, 4-Players Cups, Random Cups, whatever. 4-Players Cups, by the way, absolutely amazing as well. Bronze Cup, Silver Cup, Gold Cup. For every skill range, they got something.
We're building up the tension here in an unintended way, but you can believe us, it's going to start here momentarily. And the awesome thing is, we're of course going to have another great game coming after this one. The finals also of America happening in around 1.5 hours. Something like that.
Today is the big day of revenges, as we saw in the Asia region as well. Foggy still has the chance to make it here in Europe, and Cruncher could reclaim the throne from Hitman. It's going to be a banger matchup for sure. Cruncher looking good yesterday against Kiwikaki. If you haven't seen that game on Shallow Grave, go out of your way. If you watch one game for the rest of the year, it's that one.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. With ultimates, with everything that you can enjoy, 2-base play, tier 3 was crazy. Alright. Last refuge, here we go. Another try. This took a few attempts, but now I think we should be good to go. Todd has been in so much shock, he couldn't believe it. But
Wait, what?
we're ready to start this.
Wait, what? Where am I? Just waking up. All right.
Hey, we haven't heard from you in a while. How you doing,
Yeah,
Todd?
Todd, how you doing?
I'm struggling to join the game for like 10 minutes, dude.
I think
Yeah,
you're just
we are.
looking for more jester costumes.
I'm looking for a wig for you.
Oh, you are the one ordering that for me? That's nice. Thank you very much.
Well, you'll pay me back, obviously, but
Obviously. Hey, we got it, everybody. This is the grand final. The last map of the grand final. The last map of the DreamHack Warcraft 3 European circuit. Happy versus Foggy, round 5 in their 4th grand final against each other. So far, it was happy. Is this gonna be Foggy? The decision. Let's go. This just added to the tension. My heart rate is going through the roof. This was the map in Fall where Foggy got so close, where we had that 3.5 hour grand final. Today everything was a little quicker, indicating the more aggressive playstyle of Happy. And we got Foggy in the upper right hand side, we got Happy in the bottom left.
Would love to have, of course, another long epic game here for the decision. You know what, Neo? We've never mined out Last Refuge.
We did mine out Amazonia together, I do remember that, but I'm pretty sure you're right. I mean, you are known for your big memory, and then it must be right. Mining out Last Refuge for the first time for the final DreamHack decision, I wouldn't mind.
If we get that here for the final game, I don't even want anything for Christmas. I'm gonna be satisfied. I don't even want any chocolate or socks. I'm gonna be all good for the holiday season. Let's see what our two players here will show us. Last season, the final, as you mentioned, this was the final map as well, and it started off really bad for Foggy. Happy was super on point and gave absolutely no space at all to the keeper, who was struggling to just get level 2. Which, on this map, turns out to be a lot more difficult than most other maps.
For sure. Man, it feels like yesterday when we were sitting here in summer of 2020 with like 40 degrees, sweating, exhausted, and now that all ends here. With a big bang, with a big finale. Happy, storming across, ruthless as ever.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gonna try to sacrifice, deny the Acolyte, and he does. And here we see it. Hyper-aggressive play. Usually Happy behind this would go backpack, and he is. So once again, the early game plan stays the same. The DK tries to slow down the keeper, and the ghouls will be in charge of managing the experience gain across the map. There's some good camps you can go for with that, like the green camp. You want to have medium armor creeps, where the ghouls with normal damage can take it out quickly. That begins now. But with so many ghouls and backpack, the tech is a bit delayed, which is why we see Foggy faster on the way to here.
I like that Foggy is a little more careful than he was in the fall finals. This is a lesson he learned. There is, especially if you're as good as Happy, the possibility to pull all the creep camps together, and then you have to face a lot of creeps plus a Happy, and that's just overwhelming, and that's exactly what happened in fall, right? So this time, very, very careful dancing around each other. Take out the Murlocs now so to prevent these camps being pulled together. 3 archers. It's a very, very slow progress on the keeper. But it is progress on the keeper. Happy around to steal something though, but the keeper and the archers say, you leave these Murlocs to me.
And finally level 2 will be acquired. If you're playing against Foggy, even if you're trying to be aggressive, you know he's going to get that level up at some point. So it's crucial to be leveling yourself at the same time. And that's what Happy has mastered so well with his build. The ghouls picked up ring and sentries. One good, one bad item. Happy could certainly use some detection right now up here.
Wouldn't it have been possible for Happy to throw a coil at this Murloc Nightcrawler? Is that not worth it? He's full mana anyway. Did he miss the timing?
I think he was just looking elsewhere there for a moment.
Ghouls are coming. They are hurt though.
Yeah, Foggy would love to entangle some and commit in the damage to take him out, but he knows he'll be getting attacked by the ghouls then in the meantime. Shadow Meld again, and he hasn't given over the sentry yet. Where is it? Did he bring it back to the main? No, now he realizes.
There we go.
That's the ghoul in charge of reconnaissance, but good save by Foggy. All archers still alive.
He's also expanding next to the Engine of War, gearing up for that second base. It all takes a little longer here as we play everything so careful. There's the coil, there's the kill, and Happy moves on to 2.3. The all-seeing eye here sees, of course, if there's reinforcements, but the ghouls retreat without doing too much damage. This was 1 creep, 1 wisp, and the archers, are they out of range of the eye? One goes down.
Still seen. The Sentry Ward doesn't quite see as much as the Eye of Sauron, but does see quite a bit.
player's forces are
DK took some damage here, so perhaps an entangle focus could force a TP, perhaps. Really nice play, by the way, by Happy. Keeping the ghouls out of range when there were a lot of treants and archers ready to gun them down. He decimates the numbers, or reduces them at least, puts damage on the keeper, and waits for treants to expire, and then brings the ghouls back in to be active. And that is the full mastery of Undead that Happy has been able to achieve, knowing exactly when he can go in and when it would be foolish to.
Foggy, though, finds a nice way of poking Happy a little bit. Here's the tally staff from the one shop going to Foggy and not Happy. He was so successful with that item against the two humans, against Johnny Cage and against Hog. But of course, here in the middle, there are two shops. So you steal mine, I steal yours.
And the Demon Hunter is out. A bit faster than the Lich because of the faster tech. But tier 3 for Happy also has been started. The Slaughterhouse is a bit delayed. 3 ghouls back at home harvesting lumber is not that much of the secondary resource. But I think Happy very satisfied with this early game. This keeper didn't get level 3 and doesn't seem to get it soon either.
Foggy with a sweet move here with the Wisp. Baits a coil, detonates, so there's even more mana gone. Couple of right clicks. Keeper can, of course, always go back, and that's exactly what he's doing now. Happy sees the tree move over. Will not be intercepted by creeps this time. He also has an eye in the middle, so vision is excellent for the Russian. Levels on both sides, underwhelming, but this will change in no time.
Alrighty. Better early game for Happy, for sure. Losing no units, taking out 2 archers. It's not the biggest of deals, but it does make a difference. On the other hand, the item's definitely not what he wanted to see. Double ring. RNGesus may want to see a new champion.
We've seen the double rings prior when Foggy was on his first match points, and they were in Foggy's inventory. So I think RNGesus just really wanted to see game 5, and who's to blame? Stubby Mask for the keeper, decent, I guess. What's Happy doing? Going for the lab.
Big experience here and also big consumable. Mana Stone now would be the best time imaginable to find such a thing.
Ooh.
All the other items are a lot worse.
A little wonky. The movement of the Ogre Magi, not an easy camp with the inner fire, of course. Happy is taking more damage than he wants to. Wand of the Wind.
That's completely useless against Dryhands, but it's going to be a good boost of gold for the Russian. Going to invest it into a heal scroll, and also going to pick up the orb, of course. Happy, is he going to go for the timing push? It does kind of look like it. Has no intention at the moment with any kind of scroll for the expansion. Going to pick up a third hero, probably go for that push. What's the experience saying for Foggy? Close to 3. Is he gonna get it here? I think he just barely will get it in time.
Okay, oh man. This Ogre Magi, of course, can be mana burned. Happy is making a pit stop at the left-hand side shop for maybe a big mana potion. Invo potion, heal scroll. Is it all lining up to this push? Foggy's got a hold. Happy is giving him valuable seconds, and it is the great mana potion. What were you saying about RNGesus wants a new champion?
Well, he got 3 trash items and 1 good one. I think my point still stands. Demon Hunter, ready now with a level 3. He's got the heal pot. That's great for him as well.
It's amazing.
Nova finds him. And Foggy again, looking for the fight early. Looking to diminish the ghoul numbers before the big push hits his expansion.
And keep Happy away from his side of the map. Engine of War not moving back. This might be a mistake. Also, the Engine Protector not in position at all. Still idling at the mercenary camp. Foggy has to fix this. And he does.
New Ziggurat, the 5th one, is a tiny bit late, so has to wait a little bit longer. A lot of damage on the demon.
That's mana.
Has a staff now.
Does Foggy want to close this choke? Okay, Happy is moving towards the main, maybe. He did that before.
Naga joins. Foggy, of course, knew this push was coming. Destroyer morphed now. Starting to work on those treants.
Oh my god.
The Moonjuice in the main is looking good, by the way. Lots of regen there.
How about the position, though? Happy is pushing into the main. Foggy will backstab. Reinforcements will coming from the left-hand side. Once again, getting the HP down to 50%. Happy Foggy town portaling here. The ghouls are very exposed, but the moon juice, or the moon well, goes down. Mana burn on the statues because he prepared this so well. This is probably the fight for the championship already.
DreamHack left alone for a little while. Happy going for the archers, which are of course so frail. Splitting his forces right now. Fiends attacking the Dryads, the DK and the ghouls on the other side. Demon Hunter chasing after the Naga. She's got no items to protect herself with. Demon Hunter has plenty of items.
Yeah.
And some of these consumables will have to be used now.
Level 3 on the Lich. Big deal here. Potion of Mana pop. If Foggy survives this and continues to burn that DK, he might have a real shot of becoming the European champion. Big potion last second.
Invo potion still available. That might be the most valuable one. Takes the coil, forces the moon juice. Invo potion as well. Coil coming in after. DK now out of mana. Demon Hunter out of potions.
Staff is ready. He needs another potion here. Is there something that Happy can work with? I don't think so. Foggy's Dryad still looking okay. Happy trying to work with the right clicks. More and more right clicks. Ending up on the Demon Hunter. Potions on cooldown. 15 seconds. Gotta hold until there. More and more wisps are coming in for the detonate to burn this. Demon Hunter staffed out this time. Buying a little more time. 6 seconds for safety.
Happy doesn't have mana anymore in the statue. That's a huge deal. He doesn't have the heal anymore. He has to wait for more statues. And Foggy has held. He brought the shop and the AP over from the expansion. How smart was this of him? Ancient of War now also protecting him in the front. Happy has to change course and bounce over to the Expo.
Yeah, he can do that because the Expo is now unprotected. Usually we see Moonwells there, we see Ancient of Wars there, we see the APs there, we see a shop in the middle. You say, yeah, Foggy was smart moving them over. Absolutely was. But will he be ready for the second time Happy pushes? This is not over yet, but Foggy just made a big step towards having a real chance in the late game.
The thing is, there's so many creep camps on the map. With the Tri-Hero, Happy can grow really strong. The red camp, for example, is a favorite. He's going to get a level 4 there and a big item. Also, he saved lots of ghouls, so he can really easily transition either into Disease Cloud or Banshees. Both available to him.
Because of the lumber, of course. Warsong Battle Drums, excellent item. This creep camp, very, very nice for the undead, because you can dispel so much with the Destroyer. 4, 3, 2 heroes. Foggy is going for the red spot as well. Would love to have some movement speed against Disease Cloud. He would love to have the Unholy Aura. So far, we don't see a transition from Happy. Is he just relentlessly pushing again? Brings in a ghoul. I guess it's just push number 2.
Slight supply lead for Foggy. Only a small one. He hasn't gone tier 3 yet. It's still only mass Dryads. More and more and more rounds of Dryads. Second armor upgrade coming in as well. That's a big deal. Ancient of War buying a lot of time. Foggy needs to get ready for the next defense.
Ancient Django of Endurance. Amazing item for him. Movement speed always crazy. He needs to find a new position. We're establishing. We're drawing the line in the sand at this battlefield. Always important for the Demon Hunter to reach in, mana burn, get back, and that's of course a little easier now with the Endurance Aura. Happy switching targets from the right to the left, back and forth, back and forth. Dryad checking this out and reporting back.
Fast reactions by Foggy. AP trying its best again, moving over, might be caught, and Foggy's army too far away right now. May have to TP again, but no, he wants to walk over to the Expo. Nature's Blessing is buying him good time.
Okay, but for how long? Where's the Lich? He has the mana. Repairing is not that easy, Remo. This Nova's gonna hit hard in the past couple of series. Oh, Foggy.
He can just snipe it now.
Oh, yeah, I think so too. He had a repair squad usually, but that repair squad isn't here. He's trying to go for the town portal. Is the damage enough? Is the damage enough? It absolutely is! And that was a big step towards the 7th championship for Happy. How do you recover on one base without tier 3?
Genius movement by Happy, bouncing between the bases, looking for the weakness, feigning an attack into the main again by attacking the Ancient of War, and then realizing the expansion might be exposed, and he strikes with a Nova. Fog Lightning takes out the Wisps. And Foggy now, yes, stuck on only one base income. That's not good.
Was it the crucial mistake, Remo, to be too greedy for the TP? I mean, there was mana. He would have eaten Nova Fog Lightning immediately on his heroes and Treants. But he would have bought more time and probably held this expansion.
Looking really good for the Russian right now. Hero levels are also crazy. 4-4-3. That's where the Undead wants to be. You know it's true when it rhymes. Demon Hunter running in. It's a bad position though. Into this bottleneck. The Dryads would have way too tough of a time.
Just wanted to burn. Burn as much as you can. Rinse and repeat. Heal potion, invo potion. Staff on cooldown now, of course. 20 seconds. Heal scroll as well. Trying to reach with the Dryads, but you absolutely do not want to fight here. It's like 3-4 lines of Dryads all clumped up. He keeps Happy busy here in the bottom to expand again in the upper left.
Takes quite some time though. Tree halfway through, which means 2 more minutes until mining can resume up there.
Oh, I don't think he has the time.
Second invul, second heal scroll.
Lich is level 4 already. A-bombs are here and Disease Cloud is close to finishing.
This Demon Hunter has been eating a lot of nukes this game. Foggy did a great job, always saving him, keeping him ready to battle. And the Demon Hunter now, or the DK rather, out of mana. Good setup on the Dryads, huge concave.
I think so too. A lot of Dryads on the right-hand side, a couple of them on the left-hand side. Speaking of all the nukes, by the way, 5 maps and not a single rune bracer. That's a little unfortunate for Foggy. Was always relying on that item so far that he oftentimes bought it. 66 supply, but Happy is closing in. 58. He knows the gap, or the door to the championship is wide open.
And he goes again. Demon Hunter eating the nuke. Dryads running forward, ignoring the front line, looking for the kills. Dust comes in. Fiend goes down. Demon Hunter also in trouble. May have to go for the Invo Potion soon, or is he going to go for the staff at first? Invo Potion it is. Naga trying to run away. Lich getting caught on the side. Has the Invo Potion though himself. But the Fiends are all getting hunted down. The Dryads finding those kills. But the Disease Cloud now active everywhere.
He needs to heal against that. Heal scrolls would be great. Fiend falling. Demon Hunter is coming back. Keeper has a lot of mana still left. Nothing to do against the Destroyer here. Berserker falls, but Foggy is only interested in these Fiends. Little bit of nuke coming in maybe, but with what? He has no mana. Fiends falling left, right, and center. All of a sudden, 60 supply versus 50, and the Expo is up. Might be mining soon. Fighting in the middle of Last Refuge. Rare to see in this matchup. Now we're going for that Lich. We all remember these games where Foggy was throwing 13,000 damage on that Lich. There's an Invo Potion, 7 second safety. TP as well. This should do it. Foggy is buying an incredible amount of time.
Whew. Dude, Foggy with the mass Dryads. Excellent control, running forward and pouncing on those Fiends. But now it's time for the Disease Cloud. This is a long daytime. There's going to be a lot of damage over time on these Dryads. Foggy will certainly need heal scrolls.
Does Foggy think there's an expansion coming? Because there's not. There's a second slaughterhouse. It's the same as we've seen before. A-bombs, meat wagons. Foggy killed them before when he played that. And now the importance of heal scrolls. He got 2 and will heal the Disease Cloud with that.
The Zeppelin here by Happy seems like a smart choice. He can abandon his main and go for some drop harass. Maybe even creep some sneaky camps, like the top left turtle is still available. Because the Dryads can't enter the main. Cannot run into the undead main base. That will be a death sentence. Oh, I think Foggy sees it.
Yeah.
Sees the Destroyers crossing right here and should be ready to defend.
How does he know this? He was moving into position. I think he's just a tiny bit too late. Oh, he wants to go to the turtle. He can't start this. Happy is ready. Going for the entangled gold mine. What's the reaction by Foggy? His hero's out of position. Dryads must go for this. There's a TP for Happy, but I think the entangled gold mine can't be repaired. He's not even trying because the Lich has mana, or is he? Fort Lightning Nova, what a glorious combo.
4 Wisps taken out right away. And of course the mining prevented smart genius move by Happy. All this cost him was 1 Zeppelin purchase.
Yes, absolutely. Oh man, I thought Foggy sniffs it out again. And Happy now, as before, bouncing back and forth between expansion and main base, causing trouble everywhere. He will see that the tier 3 has started. That's usually the time where Foggy feels confident. But does he have a reason to feel confident in this game?
Demon Hunter staff back. Quick reaction now. Happy won't find such an easy snipe here. But he bought himself a lot of time by taking out the Entangled and the Wisps. Question is, how long is he going to bank? When's he going to break? Now is the time.
Okay.
2 wagons coming.
He wants to siege this. Foggy showed that he's able to break through everything that was in front of the wagon, snipe them. Not only with Dryads, which would be the logical and normal play, but also with the Demon Hunter involved. And that was the key. Can he do it again on this position? He's trying desperately to get this Gargantuan Sea Turtle, but hey, his Dryad's getting caught.
A bit more creeping could be valuable for Happy, by the way. He's close to level 5 DK and close to level 4 Naga, kind of.
4.6 on the Demon Hunter, 4.6 on... oh my, on the Keeper as well. Okay, here we drop again. There's good mana. Can go... ooh, that's a lot of damage on this Destro. But as long as there are Treants, there's free healing.
That's also a bit of free experience. And there we go. The army is over at the expansion. The Sea Turtle... oh! He attacked it with the Destroyers first. It swam away, kind of. Ring of Regen. It can be pretty good, actually, in these long extended engagements.
But Happy is retreating from this. Army and total value as close as it gets. Every single investment swings the graph. Supply is even, but Happy is moving across. He's mined out. There's one...
He's got so much army, though. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's got 3 wagons, 3 A-bombs, bunch of statues. Foggy has nothing but Dryads.
Yeah.
I think he's been out-teched.
The total value is pretty even, but the army value is crazy for Happy. That doesn't include, you know, items, hero levels, etc. Foggy trying to catch up, wants this Demon Hunter. Does he have a town? He must have a town portal if he he doesn't have a town portal.
And with these wagons, an expansion can be sniped very, very quickly. The good thing is Foggy still has a Tree of Eternity, which right now is out of a job.
You can just feel the tension. Solo experience for the Demon Hunter. Is that enough? No, it's not. Parry up off Vitality. Foggy sees Happy coming. Knows he has to react as quickly as humanly or night elfly possible. Trying to run across again. This is for the championship, Remo.
He's got some hippos coming. There's no web, by the way, but I only see 1 hippo so far. That one can be sniped easily. AP, buying a bit of time. Happy retreating. It's all about positioning here.
Yeah. Seems like the wagons are perfectly protected. Where do you want to engage into them? How do you want to engage into them? Foggy has the 2 groups ready. But the AP is gone. He can't buy even more time.
Hippos flying in. Alright, here we go. Huge arc on these Dryads. In a 100-degree angle. He's coming in from everywhere.
Oh, he's
But the
streaming in.
Zeppelin!
Yes!
Look at the Zeppelin!
Yes,
He's saving
exactly.
the wagons!
But for how long is the quest? He's taking care of that Zeppelin. Zeppelin crashes and burns. Now it's time to deal with these wagons. Happy at 70. Can he deal with it? There's the Keeper in trouble, but Foggy has the finger on the trigger. 64 for him. Naga level 4. The Dryads are sacrificing themselves, but they take out at least 2 out of 3 wagons. Demon Hunter in trouble. 58 only. Happy barely losing anything. Next Fog, like the Wisps are coming in for big detonates possibly. The A-bombs also falling quickly. Level 5 on the Lich. Demon Hunter's got to be careful. He has nothing to save himself anymore. Staff is ready though. Foggy at 46. Expo still mining. Wagon still up. Happy pushing forward. Was that it?
1 wagon still left. That must be the Expo going down. Can Foggy stabilize?
Oh.
Demon Hunter staffing back in.
They're in trouble.
But this demon, he takes so much damage when he runs in.
Can he hope for level 6? Can he hope for Metamorphosis to save him once again? I don't think so. Even if Foggy loses this, could he save this with the Tree of Eternity? He's giving up this Expo. He's not preparing at all. Just wants to get rid of all this mana. Oh man, this Zeppelin. This might be a $2,400 Zeppelin. Remo!
And some of the disease cloud here is still active. Foggy gonna fall back to the main. He's still got Moon Juice for now. Oh, by the way, it didn't get Nature's Blessing yet. It's gonna be daytime in a moment. No more regen then. And that's when the hope might be lost. Foggy needs a genius play to win this one.
This is so worth the finals. Anti-magic. Tree is walking over. Will be protected at all cost. Happy sends over an Acolyte. Did the man queue Haunted Goldmine? Will we go into overtime? Or is it just there for the Lich to eat the Acolyte and go for the one decisive Nova? Foggy can't rebuild at the moment. He has to work with what he has. Supply gap isn't too big.
Foggy without invulns anymore. He doesn't have gold. He's relying only on double staff. The keeper is carrying the staff. He could get nuked.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
Destroyer's healed up again. We still don't have Web, by the way. Do we have Fiends left? Oh, no, we don't. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Statue mana looks good. Demon Hunter's getting tickled by the Fork Lightning, only level 2. Here comes the coil, and now it's noticeable nuke. Reju can't allow this to be dispelled.
And it wasn't. The Reju was running through. That's a big move. Happy with a slight mistake on the destroyers. The hippos find the connection towards the back. The Z-Stat, of course, active everywhere. Happy, though, out of mana. The Demon Hunter chasing in to try to find the kills. Happy has mass invul potions. Hippogriff's taken out one of them. One destroyer's also fallen.
Can he get the
Are the
second
units
one?
left remaining standing?
Can he get the second one? The Dryads are starting to threaten this destroyer down, but at what cost? This is 12 supply about to fall. The Lich is having a feast here. Is the wagon finally down? Yes, it is. Bear eats it up. Demon Hunter has an anti-magic, but nothing else to save him. He's got to be ready with that staff. He wants his Lich. He wants his Lich so bad. The Bear, can he take it? Invul Potion, no staff! Oh no, the Demon Hunter is gone. And I think this is Happy taking it for the 7th time. Foggy, this is so sad. This is so sad. But is it over?
He's gonna revive the demon from the altar, but he doesn't even have the gold right now. He's not mining yet. He doesn't have any wisps anymore. He detonated them all. Oh my goodness. He can't even supply the gold mine.
Oh no, this will take a while, but my god, it is again. Yes, Happy, here we go, 7th time in a row. Holy moly, that was a grand final. The everlasting eternal champion shows us the 7. Oh man, deserved. Nobody can kick him off the throne. He will be on the throne forever, and Happy is going to the World Championships as the Eternal Emperor